plastic.
I'm looking at you, Kane. You can't even tell.
No,
I know. I can't. Well, I can see myself looking back at me.
Ooh, wait.
Oh, so
no,
you can see
keep
myself
looking this
in
way.
you?
Oh my god!
Isn't that a thing? Isn't that a thing?
Keep looking this way. Kane's hot.
God.
Everybody, welcome to MMR.
I'm Show.
How y'all doing today? Oh yeah, I'm Austin. That's true.
I'm Kane.
Hey, Kane.
Hey, Austin.
You're looking hot today.
You're looking. Give me those glasses.
Okay.
I want to wear them. See, if you
If
ask
they
it
start to
on
stretch,
camera, he
don't.
can't say no.
Yeah. No, that's not true
That's
at
the number
all.
one rule of comedy.
Because
What
the
do you
moment
mean by
they start
that?
to
What do you mean that they start
I mean,
to
your
stretch?
head is larger because you're a larger human being than me. And if the glasses start to stretch out, I'm going to be annoyed.
I'm not gonna say anything.
Don't even say
look at me like
anything.
that.
What do you think I mean? How do you look?
You look like a wrestler.
Yeah, you do. Like an 80s rat, like a
an
Bret
80s
Hart.
wrestler.
I
Yeah.
feel pretty cool.
Actually,
Yeah.
you look pretty awesome.
And,
What brand is this?
Yeah, what
Heat
brand is
Wave.
this?
Not sponsored.
No, not sponsored, but I do appreciate them. They're, what is it, Z97? What's the thing? It's like they're capable to use on a
can't even
construction
tell
site.
I'm
like
looking at you.
rated to a certain level. or
Yes,
whatever.
they're Z87. I don't know.
You can't even tell I'm looking
He's
at
like
you.
a small child that just
Yeah.
discovers it, like sunglasses, like people, and he's like, no one can see
That's
me.
kind of how I felt
like this.
when I first got contacts.
You can't even tell I'm looking at
Holy
you.
shit, Kane is gone.
You can't even see I'm looking at you.
I can't even see Kane. He's gone.
I love these. I've
So
got.
Austin, how have you been?
Oh, well, let me tell my sunglass story real quick.
Oh,
Go ahead.
I've got some.
oh shit! Someone's
Yeah.
here.
Two
Yeah,
actually
lock in.
two things. First thing is I bought sunglasses that have compartments on the on these things that you could fit like stuff in.
Like, describe. Please tell me. What
Yeah,
do
go
you
on.
put
What does
in
that
your
mean?
sunglass?
What does that
Anything
mean?
you want to hide.
No,
in,
obviously not anything.
A joint.
Most anything. It could be anything. It could
Right.
literally be anything.
Right.
And then-
a compartment that's. Could you say it would be measured in ounces?
Way probably not. Way smaller than that. But
What's it for?
What do you mean?
A thumbtack? Yeah. What?
they're just cool, and I don't know. I'll bring them.
Okay.
And then I'll
should.
show you. Yeah.
I bet you also have the flask flip flops.
Shut up! I don't have the flask flip flops. But
I
then
would get those.
the
That
other
sounds
glasses that
I
I,
got Jimmy
Buffett
I
shoes.
really wish I
metal.
had still, which I wonder if I could get them. I remember. Do you remember going to
equipment.
spy stores? Like when you were younger,
No,
the
give me those
malls
back.
had spy stores.
Don't you have to be like 18 to spy? I feel like
I
you should
don't-
not legally
I would
be allowed
wager
to.
you don't have to
Anyway,
be any age
but they
for
had-
that to
but
be illegal
I
to spy on people.
they have glasses that have like reflective things
To
in the
see
side, so you can
behind
see
you.
behind you as you walk around.
That seems good.
Why don't glasses do that?
Well, because
Why
that's
don't more-
really distracting. The average
Wouldn't
person
they
does
just
not
see
want that.
you
Yeah, they
looking
do.
at
They
them
do,
though?
though.
Like,
The
I think
average
you
person,
do.
realistically, what I would rather have than that is a very clear version of, have you ever seen like Vespas with like a million mirrors? I want that on sunglasses.
That's good.
So I can like look around and I have 360
it would actually be cool.
degree
Like it
vision.
would be like an adornment, right? Like you would
you
have
wear,
all the
would you use a Google what's it called the
Apple Vision?
Apple Vision Pro.
Apple Vision?
Absolutely
So I
What
don't.
does it do?
I would
don't
do
even
racing
understand
games.
So what
it
it's
does.
100%.
actually for, but it's not like.
rated for that.
No, it is. It's still a VR headset, but it's kind of more. I think the point of it is more about AR instead of virtual reality, where you're locked into a game or something. It's more about augmented reality. So you see your text, but you're just walking around and everything like that.
I love.
I think it is the next step,
Right.
But I don't know if we're ready. I think it's too much. I had two.
$3,500 each is not
That's too much money.
consumer.
Yeah, it's really
yeah,
expensive.
So it's
No,
not
it's
consumer.
prosumer at
so
least.
when you
I
say
thought
we're
they're
not
like
there yet,
$600.
Yeah.
the market
That's-
is also
yeah.
saying that.
The market, it's not ready. VR is expensive at the moment because it's an
Good VR.
It's true. It's an extremely nice piece of tech. I watched the Marcus Brownlee review. I don't know if I'd say he's non-biased, but like, because he was given the product and he, like someone at that level of like, I review everything that comes out. I don't think they always have the best concept of how much stuff costs, if that makes sense. But like, I think he did a pretty good review on the actual specs of it and everything. What's really cool about it is if you just put it on, if you're just like looking at emails and walking around, you can totally see the street. Like it'll record what's in front of you and give it to your screen with like very minimal latency.
Are we able
You
to
could
see that?
realistically
Can I
walk
like
around.
see what that looks like
you can
in
go
the
to an
video?
Apple store
Yes.
and do
Like
a
in
demo.
the video,
shows
and,
it off.
and it'll be like
In theory, you can record the headset because it's all it's still a
Okay.
screen. So
Interesting.
he actually does show it off.
I mean, Snapchat even has a form of AR glasses that they're
What?
trying
They
to
exist.
pilot. Yeah, and
But-
like so. I mean,
I will say confidently, I don't think any company is as close to it as Apple. I'm not an Apple fan. I don't like it.
yeah, actually, we
But-
talk about this a lot.
Yeah,
Austin
we
is
do.
anti-Apple.
I'm pretty anti-Apple. I don't
and
like
also
them.
anti-Microsoft. Where do you?
Yeah.
And you're not a Linux.
Well, they both
person.
suck. Well, they all suck, but that's my point, right? Is that a duopoly is bad, and sure, if Linux could reasonably exist in an easier economy for if they could like reasonably
Monetize in a way.
thrive, right? If they could exist and thrive, Linux would be a much stronger thing to.
There would be more of it.
There'd be
in
more Linux
places
users. Yeah.
and like
the problem with
workplaces,
Linux,
whatever.
Linux also can't grow because it's just too
Linux
weird.
is the penguin one.
Yes, it is the penguin one. It's too weird.
He knows.
Yeah,
I knew that.
he's on it.
knew
But yeah,
that.
it is just like booting it is kind of different. It's not that bad once you learn it, but the issues with Linux is like because it's so open source, there's not like a definitive this is the best version of Linux is my understanding. And as a computer as a computer nerd,
Yes.
as a person who's somewhat understanding
You
of
are a
computers, I
computer
built my
person.
own, right, which I don't think is that hard admittedly, but like I know nothing about Linux. I am somewhat your non-standard user, right? So most like computer people, unless you're an actual,
Like
unless you
you're
know
a
what you're
computer
talking about.
person,
Yeah.
you're still not really into.
I'm
Linux.
like the halfway into it kind of
Right.
level, and I don't want to go past that because after that,
you're
it's
not.
like,
It's like being QAnon.
what does that mean?
being obsessed with QAnon is like being obsessed with Linux.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
that
Kinda.
Yeah.
Like
It's a little-
you got to
yeah,
be at a
Because
level.
it's probably
level of
the
crazy.
same
Y'all thought it
base
was
of
a
people
joke,
that
but
stormed
no,
the
no, no, no,
Capitol.
like a real. I'm trying to make a real
Well,
point.
usually you try and make points out of your stuff. I just kind of want to see where it would go. I actually don't even disagree. I think they're not lunatic, insane people.
Right.
But like, yeah,
The
you
idea
have
of,
to
like,
have a
you're at a
level
real-
of like you're paying attention
Okay.
to it constantly. I
I
understand.
thought you were.
To anyone,
Thank you, people.
to anyone who uses Linux and listens to this, sorry. I'm sure I got
I
everything
like
wrong
how
or
you
whatever.
apologize to the Linux users, but like to Todd Howard and to Bethesda, you're like, fuck you.
Well, yeah, because that's people. Todd Howard is a gross lizard man who makes bad games.
Oh.
Sorry, I've been playing a good game recently, so I'm happy.
What?
Helldivers 2.
Well,
Helldivers 2. Yeah, it's
Helldivers
very good.
2.
Have you heard anything about it?
I've heard a little about it. I've
Yeah.
seen it on the.
Admittedly,
store.
I've been very much a normie when it comes to playing games that everybody's been playing recently. I got into Pal World. I got into Helldivers 2, right? I haven't played a lot of indie games recently, but Helldivers 2 is very good.
Not a lot coming
It's
out right
technically
now,
a-
though, right?
No, not right
Like,
now. This
as
is
far
the
as
off-season.
AAA and everything
Yeah.
like that.
As far as
So,
stuff
I
coming
mean-
out, I think the only thing that's come out recently is like Skull and Bones, which is Ubisoft's attempt at a pirate game, which
And
is
that's
really bad.
technically been in works for many, many years.
Too long.
And I think the only reason Ubisoft is required to release it is because they have funding from the Argentinian government.
Why did y'all say
that
that
true?
differently?
I think so.
Why did y'all?
Ubisoft and Ubisoft?
Yeah.
I say Ubisoft because that's how I
Because he's a
notice it.
gamer guy.
No, I don't even think that's it. Because I
Really?
know, like,
It's always been Ubisoft to you?
yeah, I don't really know why.
Ubisoft.
That's
What
just
do you
how
say?
I read it.
Ubi,
Ubisoft
yeah.
isn't wrong. I don't think either.
What do you
of them
say,
wrong.
GIF or GIF?
I think that's
He's
a
gonna get
different.
mad.
Austin's
He's gonna
gonna-
get so mad though.
No, I won't. Do you say GIF?
No.
You say GIF. That's
Say GIF.
correct.
Yeah, okay.
I think
I
that's
say
correct.
GIF.
Okay.
No, I think that's wrong.
I know. But what is it? The maker of the said it was called a.
He said GIF, and I will stand by
That
he
he's
is
wrong.
dumb and wrong.
That he's wrong.
That's every,
Yeah.
I say
It is
every
not-
single time.
No.
It is
that's
not
fair.
a fucking Girrafeics interface. It's just not.
I had a.
If you want to go with like that.
I knew
Yeah,
someone
why would you
named.
call it that?
I knew someone named Xavier.
Phonetically, it kind of makes sense.
Yeah, so I knew someone named Xavier, and
Yeah, I
then
see it
they're
now,
like,
yeah.
Kind of.
they kept calling him
kinda know.
X Xavier,
Yeah.
and they're like, dude, my name is Xavier. It's not Xavier. You don't say X xylophone.
It's true.
Xavier, xylophone.
However, I know plenty of people that also go by Xavier.
Oh,
Yeah, I thought
that's
so
fine.
too.
But I'm sure we know lots of people that go by Tomato as well.
no, we don't. We don't know anyone that
We
says
live
Oh
in
that.
my
the wrong
gosh.
country.
But like, no one says
No
that.
one's named
No
Tomato.
one goes
you.
by Tomato.
No
No
one
one
says-
is named Tomato. You
No
idiot.
one. But my point is that like there are like answers
You're
actually.
right. You're right.
That's the clip. That's the opening clip.
You're right.
You idiot. That's like that's totally innocent and like not an idiot.
He made a really good point,
He made a
too.
really great point
Yeah.
too. And I just like
Shut up.
Shut the hell up. Like shut up. What are you
Bury the
talking
lead
about?
into everything.
Get out of
Do you
here.
know that they try and be insightful sometimes, and then we
No,
shout
you
each
do.
other down?
You do, and then me and Kane go. "Oh!"
Todd Howard.
Angry.
I'm the one that brought it up.
Giraffic in her face.
Giraffic.
I think that's a great point, though. That's actually
That's a great point.
A good point on a phonetic level.
On a phonetic level, if you're just reading GIF, it's not a functional word.
Because
might-
interface is a one word.
Oh shit!
Yeah, it is.
So it should just be good.
But even the
It'd be guy.
meaning of
Guy.
it's the first letter of each.
It got
Like,
G.
it
Jai.
that doesn't even work.
Yeah, but it's not like.
He basically just pick one, the start of each one, and then a random letter.
Yeah, he just.
So you're saying
Yeah, he
that
just
the
had a
guy
moment.
who
It
invented
could have
it
been
is
called
just-
like a geek.
It could have been a GIF.
You know what I mean? It could have been any letter.
It could have been a GIF, but
within
also
there.
So
.gi was probably taken. Or something.
Why?
So
For
I'm
what?
like,
For what?
Yeah, what is GI
Yeah, for
used
what?
for?
I don't know, but stuff gets used a lot.
Linux.
Anything that's
General
yeah,
issue.
literally. No, but you're like
GUI.
I'm not talking about like stuff that you and I use. I'm talking about it like a kernel level. Like .gi might just be used for something we will never know of or see. I'm sorry to give a really boring answer of like for what? For what? I don't know. It just might be.
When you said colonel, I thought you were about to go into a military thing.
Because I did
No.
a GI general issue. That's what GI stands for. General issue, military reference. So
could
colonel,
be.
military.
Oh, is that our topic?
wait,
talking
GI
point?
is general.
Yeah,
was
that's
it?
what GI stands for. General issue. That's why they were called GIs because they
Says
were given
GI Joe is
issue.
General Issue Joe.
The idea because they were given like a one size fits
Joe.
all like package. They're like, here's your general issue, whatever. When
Did y'all
you go
ever
through the-
watch? Did y'all ever watch those GI Joe PSA things? Do you know
Yeah.
what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
okay, good.
I love
hate-
like bringing them
Those
up
are
every
good.
once in
It
a while.
makes me so sad because none of my friends know what I'm talking about. I have like one friend who's people my age don't know. I'm saying this like I'm a
Your
lot
ass is
younger
about
than
to
them,
get
but
sad.
like we talk about it a lot. I'm an internet boomer. I've just been on too long.
And,
And
shows
so-
a dinosaur.
Yeah, she was just ancient history.
I saw.
Jesus.
Jesus Christ!
I went to E-Baum's World.
I know what that is.
Oh, yeah.
I know what E-Bombs
It's
World
still
is.
around.
It is. I don't know.
Do you remember
I don't know
going
if it's
to-
owned by the same person. Though.
I don't.
What's it called Eroid? The site.
Don't
to,
say
like-
anything. Just let him. What? Eroid?
Yeah.
Keep going. What is this?
I'm trying to remember. I think it was like a site. I remember being in like middle school looking up, and my friend was like, "You can look up like any drug on earth on it,"
gotta-
and it was like a directory of like
Bro, that's just
all like the street
Google.
drug.
FBI.gov
Yeah.
slash.
But I remember that being like a middle school
contact
thing.
It's
us.
just a Wikipedia page now. Though. That's so sad.
It probably is.
Eroid.
And you
I
have,
love the
I don't know
the
what
use
that
of
is,
the
yeah.
E is very
E-Bombs
cute.
World.
It's been
There
dropped,
was
yeah.
Newgrounds.
You're the Man Now Dog. Well, Newgrounds was like popping until 2013, 14.
You're kidding.
No, yeah.
Good
yeah,
for
Newgrounds
them.
was around for a long time. Newgrounds
Till
kind of
they
dead now
killed
because
Flash.
Newgrounds is kind of dead now. But a lot of the big Newgrounds people are like real animators now.
I love that.
you
That's
know?
amazing.
It was a big
like
place.
they're doing Western animation, like Western styled animation. or?
Smiling Friends.
Oh.
Dude, Psychic
You're
Pebbles.
kidding.
Yeah, Psychic Pebbles, huge Newgrounds guy.
Dude.
Bro, of course he is.
What?
He
I
made an
love
animation. He made an animation where it's like it's the old guy sitting in the chair.
Son, come here. I have to tell you something. If you touch this jewel, you'll kill me. Never touch this jewel. I'll die.
And this kid's like, okay, yeah. And then the old guy telling him just grabs the jewel and dies. Like that's Newgrounds. That's all Newgrounds is
Wow.
weird
Have you
stuff.
seen Smiling Friends?
Yeah.
Smiling Friends is fantastic.
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
Mr. Frog. Hello.
My favorite's like, what is it? The angry friends, and then they like threaten to be all mean, and the dude
Yeah.
shows up with the rifle. They're like, no,
No, please, I want to die, Jesus, Lord in heaven. And they're like, well, that sucks. And then at the end of it, that has like my favorite ending too.
Are they lying?
They have, yeah, that has my favorite ending of it at all too, because at the end of it, they just get murdered. Like they're just sitting on the balcony and they just get executed by. That's such a good episode. And there's
Have
also
you seen the one where they're in the airport? It's like a canned.
could they go to Brazil? Yeah, they go to
It's
Brazil.
like, what do you mean you didn't book those? Oh, I thought you were gonna. I thought you were
You're gonna
do
book it? No. And then there's like sections that they're just quiet, like just hitting a table, and it's awesome. Yeah. And they like call the boss and like, oh, that is a pickle.
Yeah.
I don't know. But the episode, it has one of my favorite Zach bits where he just gaslights people for no reason in the frowning people
Yeah.
or whatever it is, that episode where they walk up and there's somebody in the sandbox just playing around. They're like, did you know that all the helium in the world will go away in 20 years and you'll die? And then they leave. And then at the end, Charlie and Pam are like, I just looked it up. That's true. That's true. That's real. Why would he say that? By the way, that's not true.
So
That's just the thing he's been saying for 10 years. It's just a
show.
straight lie.
That first episode's man, as an Austin term would say, that first episode is gas.
It's gas.
Because like at the very end of the episode, just Pim's like 1,000 yards.
Yeah, because it's got Mike Stalaska from Red Letter Media. Who's
That
the
episode
goat.
made me try and rotoscope something, and we talked about this. Oh my god,
Rotoscoping
rotoscoping
is-
fucking sucks.
Rotoscoping is the last resort
It
for
eats
editing.
a computer.
Yeah. If you don't know what it is hell. It's the worst. If you're trying to impose a person on something,
Right.
don't just green
do it
screen
right,
Yeah,
do it right.
correctly. Just green screen it. It'll be easier.
We had-
Rotoscoping could look really cool. But like,
we were
it's so
working
hard.
with some clients, and one of them says like, "Oh, they'll make me look good in post," and I like look.
That's what I say.
I'm like, you know what?
It's my worst
I'm
joke.
happy to be working with
Yeah.
the people,
It's
but it doesn't work like that.
It's my worst joke I make on any show that I'm in because I usually edit things that I'm in because I'm annoying.
Yeah.
So
You'll make it work.
Yeah. Well, I'll say make me look good in post, knowing damn well I'm about to have to spend like 4 hours fixing
What is it?
something.
The mid detail thing in the color grade that we have.
Yeah.
Have you messed with that? It's like one of them makes you
Barely.
look like an HDR photo, and the other
Yeah.
one makes you look like
Yeah.
you're like in a 70s porno.
I like that way.
Yeah, I like that way. I
Yeah,
prefer
that's
that.
a good way. We should
'Cause-
edit. Honest to God, Cougar Feud should be more on the 70s porno side of things.
We can do it. We can do
Wow,
Let's
it's too
just-
late.
season 2.
Season 2, we 70s porno it?
Season 2.
Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and say we don't do that,
G.I. Joe.
but let's save it.
Wait, you're the one that
For-
approved it and then disapproved
No,
it.
yeah.
You could have just done
It's
nothing
like
and we would have been fine.
Power move.
Power bottom?
Power move. But we should move it
Because
to
I
this
can.
one.
We make this one sexy.
There you go.
Like MMR?
Do you really think MMR is the sexy
You
show?
know, actually,
They've got acronyms.
today
Wow.
is Valentine's. If you're listening to this on the day
We're fucking doing this.
that's
Shit.
out,
Yep.
right?
Where have I bought flowers from?
Okay,
Hopefully?
what are you thankful for, Ken? Aloha means
what
hello
are you
and goodbye.
thankful for?
Happy Black History Month.
This Valentine's
honestly,
Day,
that's
I'm
what I'm
thankful
thankful
for.
for.
We
I'm
should've
thankful
started
for
with
Black
that.
History
Yeah.
Month.
Yeah. Is this even our first episode?
This is our
In
third
February?
episode.
I don't think
no,
it
it's
is.
not even. This is like our fourth one.
Yeah, I think we're in trouble.
This comes out in March. Like March 1st.
Good Lord. Okay.
No, but seriously, why did you bring out Valentine's Day? Hey, Austin, it's
don't know.
Valentine's Day.
Because you said the sexy episode, and so Valentine's Day, we can make this the sexy episode,
Because
so you
it's
can watch this on
Valentine's.
Valentine's Day.
And
so
feel
you can, no,
sexy
I'm
with
talking
us.
to you right now because you're gonna watch this tomorrow's show. So when you're watching this tomorrow on Valentine's Day alone, you can pretend like we're fucking, like on a date or something, and we're having a sexy time.
Okay, so instead of that, you could just like do what normal people do.
Is watch him through the window.
No, I was going to say turn on a mukbang.
We actually,
jam out.
yes. See,
Yeah, we talked a lot yesterday. We literally met up to do a podcast and said, let's get lunch. And then we just did a podcast
Yeah,
and didn't
at
record it because we're
we
stupid.
really waste time like that sometimes. Like,
No, we do
were
it.
sitting here talking, and we were like talking about. I was like, we could have recorded
This is why
this.
I want to implement this concept that I've gotten from back in my old esports days called mandatory fun time, where you have a mandatory fun time. So like we all like to drink. And so let's go out to a bar.
No one said it's.
No one,
Yeah,
like,
nobody denied
spoke
it.
up.
I just continued.
That's so funny.
Yeah, well, it's just true. So we all go out to a bar, and we can discuss work, but it's required that we don't do it, and we're all on the clock. Oh. Yeah, and we're all on the clock for mandatory fun time.
I like the on the clock.
And that's
part.
an esports holdover from you.
From me personally, because my team, anytime I've been on a team for anything, even if it's like just like playing with friends, mandatory fun time is so much better. Because if you're playing like League, I don't play League. I'm not deranged. But like
a league at a competitive level.
a
Is
league at a
insane.
competitive level, I think it's super helpful. This is a big thing with Smite too, is that you go play like at the random mode, where you get a random champ and a random whatever, and then you don't take it seriously because you're not on your mains, and you just go enjoy the game a bit. And that's like for Overwatch, it was the best thing we did was just go play random heroes
Because
or like
you
no
can't
cooldowns
stay
or
in
something.
ranked the whole time.
Yeah,
You
'cause
just
it's
get burnt
awful.
out. Like, and
The grind
you'll
is
go
terrible.
like 1-6 or something.
Yeah, sometimes
if
you just get bad
pull
luck because
bad,
if you're playing, even if you are the most cracked individual in a 5v5 team game, at some point you will get your team that will just not be good enough.
Yeah.
And it's okay. Don't yell at them. That's rude. But like,
We've teased this, but I would like to see you carry Kane and I across.
It
Like
would-
we should do Apex since that was 3v3
Yeah.
and just have Austin carry
I'm
us.
not good at Apex.
Yeah.
I'm
It's
I'm
when you
middlingly good.
when you look down in the sand, there
I
was an
never-
extra pair of feet
Apex is
from
the
Austin carrying us on the way.
Apex is the game. I never got Predator. It was just the top rank. I never hit it because it's hard. Apex is a very hard game. Apex is always also at the like peak of it. Apex is very lame, to be honest. It's a lot of sitting around and waiting.
Oh, okay. Oh, really?
Yeah,
It's
so the
not very
point,
dynamic?
mid-level Apex is so cool. Like, low-level Apex where nobody can aim is fun because you just kind of curb stomp and then move on if you're decent at the game. Mid-level Apex, when people still just kind of want to like at high level,
Firefight.
when you're trying to, okay, let me back up. The way high-level Apex works, high-level and ranked, not comp. Comp is a very different beast too. But high-level Apex is if you just go in and lose, you lose like 100 points out of 400 to hold your rank. You will lose rank every time.
Right.
So it's very important to survive as long as possible. So nobody wants to fight. You just get your building, you sit.
It's
And
attrition more
and
than
everybody,
anything.
yeah. And everybody kind of does that.
Oh,
And it's a
that's
lot of poke.
cool.
It's neat, but it's extremely draining. And if you get unlucky,
sweaty.
yeah. If you get unlucky, especially in ranked,
Yeah.
if you get unlucky, you just lose your rank, and it's
Right.
really annoying. Mid-level Apex, though, there are still really good players. And so you'll like come across a squad that just annihilates the other one. You're like, we should leave. But it's like everybody wants to skirmish all the time. Nobody's playing too seriously because like, I can
Yeah.
get my rank back in a couple games, whatever. If you just
Okay.
want to go wipe a squad, that's fine. If you want to just run straight to the point and hide and play a little sweatier, that's fine.
I
And
wish.
so mid-level Apex, this was also like 2 years ago. The game could
Yeah, be in a
be
completely
played very
state.
differently, but
I just wish there was a competitive, non-ranked, like, I wish there was a place where casuals could go, but people took it more seriously. Because the casual's too casual.
it's very game dependent.
Shows a gamer's gamer. He wants
I
wants
think
some-
what you want is Halo 10 years ago. That's what
Yes.
you're telling me.
Like,
Which is
strong
fine.
lobbies.
So I think what you're saying is you just want to relive your childhood.
I never
No,
really
that's what
played
I'm
it a bunch,
saying.
but there was the matchmaking in it was really good. It was very egalitarian. Like you could end up in a
Yeah, you
room
just-
with like 3 good, 3 bad, and you're in the
Yeah,
middle.
but throw you in. It's a really big talking point. I'm sorry to turn every single MMR into video game talk, but it's a really big talking point and it has been in a lot of like, FPS communities about, what was that?
I was trying to get his Dimcud.
Oh, okay.
Kane's
Why?
about to lose his fucking
Yeah,
mind.
why? But it's a big talking point about skill-based matchmaking ending up in casual stuff. So like Call of Duty, it's huge. It's like a huge back and forth about like big streamers are really, really against it because it just kind of means that they get 50-50 matchmaking, which is lame if you're really good at the game.
And your audience wants to see
And
high
you
level
just,
play.
Your audience wants to see you win. And that's where it gets a little, not necessarily high-level play. Because high-level play is 2 very good players going against each other.
Yeah.
Stomps are better for content because you get to go 50
So that's
and 2.
really what people like.
I don't know, but it gets better clicks. Like
Interesting.
there's something to it
guess
where
so.
just somebody like it's a lot of the big Fortnite videos when that was starting out was like I killed 60 people in one game. It's like, all right, that's crazy. And then you watch the video and it's like, oh, these were children.
Yes.
You just logged in.
Or not like
at
the time,
4
but like,
o'clock.
isn't there still like a lot of bots?
Fortnite has like literal bots like thrown into the game. Yeah.
But aren't
Because
there
they
like some
Around- and, like, some
obfuscated that are
squads,
supposed
yeah.
to be like
some squads are like supposed to be players. They operate like players. They walk around, but then they're just bots.
So like
because
what
they can't
percentage of
populate the
any
full game.
game that you're in are real people though?
60%.
Oh, it's bigger than that. It's like
Really?
80. Yeah.
Okay.
It will.
'Cause
It's
I've
the
been
bot.
some-
You don't ever fight a bot and go, "Whoa, that was a hard fight against a player." You kill a bot and you go, "Okay."
You like
and you
know
move
for
on.
sure.
Also, I think when early Fortnite, that wasn't a thing.
Right.
Because a lot of
Fortnite's still
COD
definitely-
lobbies I end up in are about more than half full.
Was it something that they like announced though? They were like, "Hey, by the way, now we're starting to use bots in there," or is it just something that
They just kind of
being
change stuff a
something
lot.
weird about? Like,
they
remember
they
people-
just change stuff a lot. I don't think it's bad. I'm not a huge.
yeah, not bad.
I'm not a huge Fortnite guy. I don't think it's a bad game.
Fortnite or Epic?
I don't love Epic either,
Yeah.
but that's more so just like whatever. I don't I think getting attached to any giant company is silly.
It has its faults.
Yeah. Like Epic has done cool things. Epic has done very stupid things. The things that Epic does dumb is trying to like
Be Steam.
Yeah, that's stupid. I think the Epic Game Store is bad, but I think what they do to beat Steam almost makes sense, where they just get a lot more free games than Steam does. What Epic is trying to do over Steam is noble in the way that they are taking less of a cut from creators, because Steam takes like a 40% cut, if not bigger. It's big. It's very big. But it's too late. Valve already kind of won, to be honest, because they had no competitors for a long time. A very long time.
So STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math is now STEAM, science, technology,
yes.
engineering, arts, and math. And the only time,
We're steaming.
Every time I was just like,
All of us with art degrees out there, we're fucking,
we're as good as science, technology, engineering,
we did it.
and math.
We did it.
Shut up,
like,
business
mission
degree.
accomplished.
Yeah.
The signs in the background.
Is there anything we want to plug before we get out of here?
Go watch more Cougar Feud.
Yeah, dude, Cougar
That's pretty
Feud,
cool.
episode
Episode
3.
4.
4?
It's coming out next.
It's coming
Sorry.
out, but episode 3 just dropped, our adult episode.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites.
Great job. I think you did a great job. I think the more that I watch it, it's like I see Austin become comfortable with the role, and it's awesome.
It is cool.
I agree.
Yeah, and it's, funnily enough, it's actually the first one I edited. So, like, if that one ever seems like a little more hyper-focused at times, is because we spent the most time on it.
We had a lot of energy at the time to do it.
We did. And now I'm, like, looking at the last one, I'm like, oh.
It's good
The
as
last
is.
one's actually just going to be just
Center
3
cam?
cuts,
Yeah, it's gonna be raw.
without anything, just all the
I
full
don't think
video.
it's my best edit either, to be fair. But I think it's, like, it's definitely the one we put the most time in. Yeah. It's weird when you go back and watch, like, your work. I don't like it.
No, for real.
Yeah. Especially, it's like double.
But not even
for
like
me
years
right
ago,
now.
just from like
My mom, I
months
was
ago.
2 weeks ago.
visited my mom, and she's like, "Do you want to watch?" I was like, "Oh gosh, no, we're not going to sit here and watch dinner and watch like me on
Yeah,
the
I don't want to do it like
screen."
eat.
Right.
I watch it with Win. I
I'll
do watch it with my
casually
girlfriend
or whatever,
Yeah.
but like the dinner and like watch it together, and she's like
I'm
gonna
kinda-
look at me, and I'm like,
I'm fine with watching it and enjoying it in that way, but I think it's also because I'm the host. And so I have another layer of like, wee, it's
You're
funny.
in it.
Yeah. And
I have
get
my
to-
Mike Wachowski moment where it's like back of my head. I'm
Yeah.
like, that's me.
We've had the conversation before about how like I would watch. This is when I was like 12. Have I talked to you about this before? I
don't know.
This is the most insane thing I do.
Okay, I've never loved
I
this.
don't really do it anymore because I'm an expert now. But I would watch a YouTube video when I was like 12,
Okay.
and I would like pause it and I would like write down like what I would
Yes,
do
you told me about that.
and what I would do differently. I wasn't funny until I was like 16.
Interesting.
I wasn't funny.
And it wasn't because you
I'm not funny
learned what a
now.
joke was. Austin evolved into a funny like person
I became-
via science.
Yeah, I
and
like
research.
established, wrote down.
No, that's exactly how you do it.
And understood like what was funny, what made people laugh.
It's been a
and so like
10-year bit.
from the time of like all of high school, I was like,
Where are those notes?
Huh?
Where are those notes?
They are tucked away in my bedroom.
That's actually super
long,
cool.
Long, not touchable because they're very cringe.
I
will
want to see
never read
them. Oh
them.
my god!
I wrote
never
a
read
picture
it.
book.
Please.
I wrote a picture book that we got published at school
Yep.
when I was young. I'll bring it. I'll see if it's. You'll love it as a scriptwriter. I think we should develop it.
I think we should develop the book I wrote
When I was like 10.
when I was 10.
Yeah, we should. I think that's actually such a
Yeah, I
funny
agree.
idea.
No, I think it-
Because
it is
the
too.
B part's completely disjointed into the C part. It's great. It's brand new styles of filmmaking. Most people will say, "What is this?" And we'll say it's ours.
Yours.
Well,
Yeah, if I want to plug anything, I want to plug Show's picture book that he fucking wrote when he
It's
was
got
10.
pop-ups. It's freaking
Yeah,
sick.
no, it's fucking sick.
I drew it
gas.
myself.
It's really
I
gas.
hand drew the
It's,
thing,
yeah.
and I
Very
wrote
gas.
it. It's cute.
I can't wait.
It's very gas is sending me.
It's very gas.
You said very gas.
It's very
That's
gas.
what Trump would say.
It's very gas.
It's very gas. All gas, no brakes.
All gas,
I don't
no
like
brakes.
EVs.
No brakes. No brakes.
no
Turn the
brakes.
brakes off.
Turn the brakes off. We are driving. Go forward. All right, let's get out of here.
All right, I agree.
You cool with
Shell.
that? I'm Austin.
I'm Kane.
Thanks for listening to MMR. We'll see you,
Next week.
well, in 2 days because we're doing,
Fuck.
yeah, get fucked, idiot.
We'll see you at Food Fight.
Bye.
Regal. Or no, it's this way.
Are you serious? Do you
I messed
really
up.
think that's how people?
No, I don't think it's how people wait.
No, you can leave that in. That stays in.